Hello there guys, Francis Gray here, and today I've got a new model repaint to share with you all. This is the Master Assassin Ezio Auditore di Frenzy from the third Assassin's Creed game, which was Brotherhood. I love the character. This was actually a statue made by a company called Ubisoft Collectibles. Ubisoft is the company that makes the Assassin's Creed games. Here's a photo of how the model actually, or the statue, comes when you buy it. So it's just basically the generic default white, the most popular white version of Ezio. Basically, if you follow me and you've checked out my other videos, there was I showed you a repaint that I made of the white Ezio. Basically, I just made the whites more vibrant and obviously the reds as well. Because the actual statue itself from Ubisoft Collectibles, it is a nice statue, but it's a very basic white, I thought, and you can tell that it's plastic. So I decided to repaint mine. But seeing as I already repainted the white version, I decided to attempt to repaint the black version, which is, I think it's called the Ebony Armour. It's not 100% identical to the Ebony Armour. I believe that in the actual Ebony Armour, he has like a right gauntlet on his arm, and I think there's an extra bit up here. But besides that, I think it's more or less exactly as the armour should be. Here's a photo of, well, the only thing that they made on the Ebony Armour that I know of is an action figure. I'll add a photo of that now. Basically, I really like the design, I really like the colour scheme. Unfortunately, they've never made a statue or a model on Ezio in that armour. So I decided to hunt down one of the white Ezio statues and decided to give it a bit of a repaint. So yeah, so basically all I did was I started off by highlighting the reds. I made them more vibrant, and once I give them a couple of coats, I then went over all the white parts and painted them matte black. I then give it all a quick coat of matte varnish to help protect it, and then I went back over the black areas again, so there's no little parts that's gonna like chip off or is gonna scratch on you or anything like that. And then I took my time, and then I went across all the silver parts, and then give those like 2 or 3 layers, so it's very vibrant silver rather than like little patches here and there. And then I also got like a deep dark metallic red for the back of his, I suppose that's a cape or a shoulder cape, or I don't really know the technical name for it. But basically, yeah, I give that a dark metallic. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but in real life it really is a nice metallic on that. So turned out really nice. And then just basically repainted up all the little pouches and the belt straps and the buckles, etc. I also repainted the I already know what you call those, the frilly parts, I'll call them. I repainted all those, and then I give a better gold highlight wash to the actual sword itself, because the actual sword itself looks kind of like more like a yellowy than a gold. And then besides that, I just muckied up some, watered down some black acrylic, and then painted it on the armour, and then used the dry wipe technique to just basically make that more interesting, make it look a bit more dirtier and grungier than it normally is. Then I added all the little painted on all the little silver details on his actual armour there, to make that more interesting and more closer to the actual game design. and then I added some little studs going up and around his shoulder armour, all around the side, because same again, on this version of the armour he seems to have these extra studs that the white version doesn't have. So that's the main figure himself covered. The only thing I did after that was I worked on the base. The original base is just this part here to here, so it's just a little plastic base. So what I did was I found a wooden base that was the same diameter and the sort of same circumference all the way around. So basically I just put a bit of hot glue under the plastic base, pushed it on there, left it to dry, and then I used polyfiller and filled in the line, the seam connecting it so you can't really tell. And then I give it a couple of coats of matte black, so it all matches, so it all looks like it's all one. Give that a couple of coats of varnish, and then once dry, I added a red felt base. So I usually add felt bases to all my models because I just think it adds that little bit extra to them. Makes them look that little bit more professional. And the only other thing I did was with the base, I wanted to make the base a bit more interesting. So what I did was I added some what's called green scenic scatter. It's mainly used for model railways, for making like grassy hills, etc. But it's fantastic to also use for like moss, or you can use it for grass, or you can use it for like water algae, or basically if it's in nature and it's green and it's like a mossy kind of look, yeah, you can use it for that. And then I added some leaf effect. I actually make my own leaf effect. If you're interested in how I actually make that, I'm going to be doing a video tutorial on how I actually make those. So if you're interested in that, don't forget to look out for that one. But yeah, basically, same as the scenic scatter, I just got a little bit of dab of PVA glue, dabbed it on the base here and there, put the scatter on, left it to dry, wiped off the excess, and then basically it just looks like some leaves, like from autumn time, have blown on the path, and made it just that little bit more interesting rather than just a standard base. So yeah, so basically that's the main statue itself covered. I'll give you a close-up view now. Okay guys, so here's a close-up. So yeah, so there you go guys. Hope you enjoyed this quick look at. Please don't forget to click the like button because it really helps me out. And don't forget to share on Facebook and Twitter, etc. because that helps new people find my channel, etc. And just nothing else to say, but I hope you enjoyed this one. And if you have any comments, please comment below. And please don't forget to subscribe for future builds. Thank you for watching and see you next time.